All right, my friends. So we are back. This is video number two. Video number two, guys. All right. So let's talk about traffic. Now, in the last video, we talked about direct and intermediate buys. Actually, one thing I forgot to mention in that video. I'm trying to keep these trainings as short as possible. Uh, but yeah, when you're doing your intermediate buys, you remember that's when you go through an agency like a third party guy, and we used buy sell ads as an example. uh, One thing I kind of try to do sometimes, though it can be time consuming as well sometimes, but let's say you place your ads, you're in the fashion industry and you place your ads on trendhunter.com, right? and they are charging you for about 6 million impressions. You're paying $3.50, or you get 1,000 impressions, but this page is gonna get 6 million impressions. Okay, so let's say you run a couple campaigns with them, right? And they seem to convert for you. Now, what you can do is you can cut this middle guy out and go straight to trendhunter.com and ask them, hey, can I place an ad on your website? All right. Now they might still say no. They might say no because they are in partnership with this website. But hey, it's worth giving a shot. Okay. Now let's go ahead and dive into the training for this video. Actually, before we do that, I would like to thank you for being here. I'd like to thank you again for watching this training, and I want to commend you as well because you being here, you're doing what majority of other marketers out there are not doing, which is taking the time to educate themselves. I mean, it's pretty much like you going out there to do surgery without going through med school. Yeah, granted, you don't need that much education to be an online marketer, but you still do need some kind of education. All right, so I'll just want to share a couple of quotes here with you. I really love this one. It says, "If you are not willing to learn, no one can help you. If you're determined to learn, no one can stop you." Guys, education is a powerful weapon. It's a deadly weapon that you really need to have in your arsenal of weapons, okay? Moving forward, here this says you have to go wholeheartedly into anything in order to achieve anything what happened. And this is kind of like what my dad usually says. He's always like, hey Paul, if you're gonna do something, you better do it right. And that's essentially what this is. And here it says the roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. And this, I mean, this, I really love this quote right here because I mean, you see all these guys out there that are successful, real, the guys making six figures online and all that, and you want to be like them, right? But you don't know how they got to where they are. You don't know what education they had to take, what sacrifices they had to make, how hard they had to work. So I mean, well, so when you see those guys out there, I mean, just don't think it happened overnight. And if you want to get there someday, you need to learn. You need to understand that this industry is not just something you can jump right into blindly. You need to take the time. You need to put in the work. And I mean, if you do that, you definitely succeed. Okay. All right, so let's go right into today's training. Let's talk about solo ads. Now, I don't know if you know what solo ads are, but essentially what this is you find someone that has a list, okay, and you pay them to mail their list. Now, I don't know if you've had the saying, the money is in the list, okay. Let's see. And if you've had the sales saying the money is in the list, yeah, the money truly is in the list, guys, because essentially what happens here is I mean, you pay these guys and they mail their list with your offer. Okay, they send an email to their list, which is a list is a bunch of emails. I'm not sure if if you don't know what a list is. So the email, their contacts, and they click on the link in your email that you sent, and you end up getting a pre-agreed amount of clicks. Okay, so let's say you ordered 100 clicks. Now you get 100 clicks from this guy and you pay him. Now all he had to do was email his contact. I mean, there's a little bit more to it, but I mean, that's pretty much what it is. He has built his list over a span of time, and now he can monetize it. And so that's what solo ads are. And so Now you might be asking like, hey Paul, where do we get solar ads? Where do I find? Where can I buy solar ads? Well, there are a lot of vendors out there, and quite frankly, I mean, you have to be careful. I mean, that's all I can say, because there are some crappy vendors out there. Now, if you can't afford the solar ads directory, which is like probably by far the best place to go, uh, this is a free resource. If you have Facebook, you should just come in your Facebook and type in solar ads sales testimonials. It brings you to this page, and I mean, for you to be on this page, you for you to post on this page, the ads that you purchase must have been converted to sales. Okay, and that tells me these are a little bit more of a better quality than the rest of the ads out there. For example, here this guy Moses, he purchased some clicks from Paul, and excuse me, he ended up with 27% opt-in. Quite low, but hey, not necessarily a reflection of the vendor. Could be that the landing page was not well optimized, and but anyways, and he says sells heck a lot. I mean, he goes here to give on this testimony. Well, this guy must be really happy, And here, let's say, sells yes, sells yes. So this is a free race. It's completely free, and at least that way you're not just throwing money at whatever solo ad vendor you see out there. And if you're interested in a little bit more advanced directory, if you're interested in getting a more bank more value for the money you're spending, your advertising dollars, you can check out the link below this video. I'm gonna post a solar directory on there that you can check out. You can use that, and you can find some really good vendors there as well. Okay, so moving on here, that's solar ads, and the next we're gonna talk about is gonna be network buys. Now, remember we talked about the direct and intermediate buys. Now, the next level after that is what I call they're called network buys. And essentially, what you're doing is, well, let's read this: get access to 10,000 websites and see over 14 billion impressions daily. Now, guys, this is what we call this is fast and furious traffic. Okay, I mean, this is crazy traffic, crazy expensive as well. Okay, very expensive. So this is not something, I mean, I really was contemplating whether or not to put this on here, but I want you to be aware of it, because what's going to happen is when you do your direct and intermediate buys, well, I mean, if you can afford it, go straight to intermediate buys. It's going to save you some time. All right, so when you start seeing some good conversions on your offer, then you can scale it to this if you can afford that. Okay, don't just go straight to this, because this is very expensive, and you want to make sure you have something that converts so you can be able to afford it. All right. Now, one very important thing to know is when you get into this, you're gonna have to pretty much get into a contract. You have to do what they call an insertion order, and essentially that's tying you to an X amount of time that you're gonna be receiving this traffic. And what happens sometimes is maybe you're 1 week into the traffic and your offer is not converting, and you spend like 3 grand already, and now you are actually in a negative, so you want to stop the traffic, right? So to be able to do that, you need to have what we call an out clause. You need to make sure you have an out clause in your contract with these guys. Okay, definitely make sure you have it there. That way you can leave whenever you want. All right, so let's just look around here, different categories that you can order traffic from. So this is Pulse 360. There's also a bunch of them out there. You have chilica.com, you have doubleclick.com. I'll put a list beneath this video as well for you to access these directories. But like I said, hey, be careful with this. Don't go playing with this right away. I just need you to know that when you've gotten to the point where you want to scale your business, you can do it using these guys. Okay, there are still a ton of different traffic methods out there. I just want to keep this training short and sweet. I hope you've really enjoyed it. And in the next video, we're going to talk about what I call the almighty formula. Okay, you're going to like that. Now, and also, Like I said, now, now there are tons of traffic sources out there. I do have an educational platform that you can access below this page, and right now, actually, they're having a 14-day, training, which is completely free. You just have to sign up, no credit card, just you know, for, train with some really great minds in the industry for 14 days for free. And I mean, it's a great way if you want to continue your learning, if you want to improve on what we've talked about today, if you want to do this network buys and you want more information. This is definitely a place to go to do it. Like I said, just be careful. You can get burned if you don't know what you're doing here. Okay, so that's it for this video, guys. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.